What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Chinnist. Today is February 27th, Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. I have my haul here of 22 with 18 different titles. Threw up my Midtown order on the left-hand side as well. I have read through this stack, starting off with the DC side of things, Heroes in Crisis. This is cover A and picked up cover B as well. So this is a little bit of a slow burn from Tom King, number 6 of 9. You know, the story a little bit slow, but I do enjoy the storyline so far. I enjoy his approach, the way he's kind of flipping around from various characters and the video diaries that they kind of throw in from time to time. Pretty revealing on the character psyche overall, in my opinion. So yeah, overall, enjoy the storyline. A little bit of a reveal here as far as who may have massacred all these heroes at the Sanctuary. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Heroes in Crisis number 6. The Flash number 65. This is part 4 of the Parish story arc. This is going to be the conclusion of the story arc. Overall, a little bit lackluster in my opinion. However, you know, reading through Heroes in Crisis, you will see a panel which kind of ties in this story arc to that. And, you know, I'm just going to leave it at that. Not really sure where they're going to go overall with that storyline, but if they take it the way I think it's going to go, then this does make sense. But I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens here. But yeah, a little bit lackluster overall in my opinion. But we'll see where the Heroes in Crisis goes. Shazam number 3. Really enjoy this title so far. I really enjoy how Jeff Johns has kind of taken what he did a little bit so far in the past from New 52 and kind of expanded on it here in this title. So this whole entire Shazam family, you know, brought to the table from the very beginning. Really enjoy that. And they started talking about these 7 magic lands. So they're in this one amusement park type of land, kind of like the that paradise that's in the Pinocchio storyline. And they kind of explain the origin of how this magical land started. And along with that one amusement park land, the fun land, you have 7 total lands, and I'm sure they're going to be, the Shazam family will venture out to each one of these, and a story arc, you know, will occur for each one of these. They kind of started talking about a few of them, you know, so far. So what Jeff Johns has set up here and the storylines to follow, man, really intriguing, man. Really enjoy this title so far. Looking forward to that movie coming out as well. So yeah, Shazam number 3. Picked up Old Lady Harley. This is number 5. This was the first appearance of the geriatric Joker, which is why I picked it up. I'm not rating this one, but picked it up just to have that first appearance. Old Harley number 5. Sideways number 13. So this is one they actually are going to be canceling this one. I think they're going to be canceling it at number 14. So the origin of this guy, Sideways, they finally explained. Maybe, you know, I'm not going to give away everything, but, you know, as you saw on the cover, his mom. Who killed his mom? And they kind of explain what happened to a certain extent. And they leave the future open, you know, quite a bit. So really intriguing to see what's going to happen to this superhero that they introduced, which I enjoy. You know, I think others did as well, and I'm sure that they're going to fold him into some sort of you know, teen superhero team in the future, something of that nature. But man, really enjoy Sideways so far, and his origin story, man, pretty good. So yeah, Sideways number 13. Picked up a few cover art grabs. This is Wonder Woman number 65 by Art Germ. And Art Germ, one of my most favorite cover artists out there right now. Beautiful, man. This is another cover grab. This is by Jeff DeCall, I think is how you pronounce his last name. This is Action Comics number 108. Not reading Action Comics. I hear it's not that good, you know, from some of the others who are actually picking this up on a on a monthly basis. But yeah, good enough for a cover grab for me. Moving on to Marvel, Avengers No Road Home. Love that first No Surrender story arc that came out, and I feel this one is very decent. It's not as large and epic as that last one, but man, the storyline and the dialogue so far, man, love it. So Rocket Raccoon has been thrown back into the mix. Has a couple of horror storylines from his first when he first became Rocket Raccoon, and that little last piece that I thought it was hilarious, where the Hulk grabbed Hawkeye and said, "Hey, it's time to settle up," from when Hawkeye originally killed the Hulk, you know, an arrow through the eye of Bruce Banner. So love what they're doing with this Greek storyline, kind of bring in some of the Greek mythos into the, as far as the villain and the villain who's killed Hercules' family. So yeah, great stuff. Enjoy it. Powerful, magical, great storyline. Avengers No Road Home, number 3. Invaders, number 2. So this is one where I was just going to pick up a number 1, but that storyline really caught me. So this one kind of goes back to the original 4 Invaders, which was Submariner, Captain America, the original Human Torch, and Bucky. So they go back to World War II, where they're fighting the Nazis, and they kind of explain, some dark secret past, or a dark past here, and something a little bit more intriguing, to where they found that Charles Xavier was actually talking to Namor, far before Xavier ever had the X-Men going on. So a little bit intriguing there. I think they're going to do a little bit of a retcon in the storyline, but man, the storyline was pretty intriguing in my opinion. Never really liked these characters, to tell you the truth, but man, I think Charles, I'm sorry, Chip Zdarsky. Sorry about that. Man, he's written a pretty good storyline here, man, so far, in my opinion. Invaders, number 2. Marvel Comics presents. This is number 2. Cover A, and able to grab this variant incentive by Michael Cho. This one was listed at $25 over at Midtown, so picked up for cover price at one of my LCSs that I typically go to. So overall, that last one, again, another issue which I felt I was going to pick up just a number 1, but that Wolverine storyline got me pretty intrigued enough to pick up this number 2. Pretty cool stuff. He's fighting basically a demon that comes back every 10 years. And, that last issue, number 1, the demon was fought off by this girl's mother who died. So this coming 10 years is basically this girl and Wolverine fighting this demon who comes back every 10 years. So pretty cool storyline in my opinion. The second storyline, a little bit of a prelude to the Fantastic Four. This is when Reed Richards was creating the spaceship that, later they got their powers. So artwork, subpar, maybe like a 1 out of 5. Storyline, subpar as well. Last one, Gorilla Man. Subpar storyline as well, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, tell me what y'all thought about this one. But man, maybe a little bit better read in trade, just because I think there will be some one-off storylines that are just never going to be good, in my opinion. But yeah, Marvel Comics presents number 2. Savage Sword of Conan. This is issue number 2. But number 1, again, it intriguing enough to get me to pick up a number 2. However, this number 2 was just not as good as that number 1. I think I like that Conan the Barbarian just a little bit more than this storyline here, the separate title that they have going on right now. And yeah, the artwork just a little bit subpar. Maybe a 2 out of 5. Storyline, not that good. Maybe just a 2 out of 5 as well. So yeah, that number 1 was just so much better. But I don't know, maybe just one more issue to see where they go with the storyline. But yeah, a little bit subpar. Savage Sword of Conan, number 2. Picked up True Believers. This was the Avengers, and I think this is, what was this? Is this annual number 4 or 5? I'm sorry. Avengers King Size Annual number 10. So this is actually the first appearance of Rogue, who, oh, here it is. I flipped right to the page. So here's the absolute first appearance of Rogue, who, as you all know, she was a villain at first and later became good and joined the X-Men and kind of had like a, change of heart, change of morality, so to speak. But yeah, pretty cool to read through the storyline. Man, love this older artwork. And, the dialogue, you don't have as much dialogue today as what you had back then, in my opinion. But man, it was great reading through this one. Just, a little bit of an older feel to it. So yeah, Avengers, again, True Believers, the first appearance of Rogue. Moving on to Image. So picked up Spawn number 294, picked up 2, put 1 in Mylar for the PC, 1 more for the spec box. This was the first appearance. The Violator picked up new powers. It's kind of like a transformation for the Violator, the clown. So yeah, picked it up just for that. The Realm. This is one title that I do enjoy. I think maybe a little bit better read in trade, just so you have the storyline all together. But a little bit of a Walking Dead feel to it. Man, love the violence, love the gore, love the little bit of twist here and there that you get. But man, overall, I really enjoy the storyline. You know, I would give the storyline maybe a 4 out of 5. The artwork, a little bit subpar, but I think kind of goes along with the storyline. So I give the artwork maybe a 3 out of 5. But man, I really do enjoy the storyline so far. You know, kind of like a Walking Dead mixed with Lord of the Rings and a little bit of realism there as well. So yeah, The Realm, issue number 11. Die, 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 number 8. Man, love this title. So this title is not selling well at all. I think I may be the only one picking up this title at one of my 2 LCSs that I go to. Not sure why. Man, love it. I love the gratuitous violence, sex, drugs, the action that's in here. Man, phenomenal in my opinion. So yeah, not really sure why this is not a very hot title, but yeah, again, I do enjoy it. So yeah, Die, 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 number 8. Ice Cream Man, number 10. Of all the issues, I feel this one issue may be one of the weakest entries so far. This one's a little bit of a love story and kind of goes back, of course, there's like the evil Ice Cream Man, you have like the good angel, let's say, maybe, or maybe a good demigod, but who is a cowboy. So this is not him, but a little bit of a twist here, but a little bit of a love story going back to the cowboy. But overall, man, just not a very good entry, you know, for the past 9 issues that I've read so far. So yeah, Ice Cream Man, love the title. This one issue, not so good. Moving on to Boom Studios, got one, Bone Parish. So love this title. You know, I think this is one that would be really great on TV, in my opinion, man. Great storyline. So what you have here, this one kind of deals, you know, one of the major storylines here, they have somewhat of a synthetic drug that's going on, trying to get back to the ash. But this one is not working out well, to where some of the ghosts are actually becoming flesh. And they're just all screwed up, man, you know, grotesque. And man, love the storyline so far. Check it out for yourself. Bone Parish, number 7. One more for you guys. Got one from Valiant. This is Bloodshot Rising Spirit, number 4. So this one covers Bloodshot's, I guess, adventures when he first becomes Bloodshot. And this is a little bit of retcon. They kind of, you know, fill in some of the storyline. What's cool about this one is they actually show hardcore. And, you know, for some of you old Valiant readers out there, you know, hardcore had their own title, and they kind of showed up in a lot of crossovers with them. But yeah, this must have been one of their very first missions. So I thought this was pretty cool. So yeah, for you Valiant lovers, man, I think this is a pretty good storyline. Bloodshot Rising Spirit. Guys, that's going to be it for this week's brand new haul. Should you enjoy what you see here, please like and subscribe. Talk to you later.